So, bagong taon na, it's the new year and many of us are wanting to improve on their present health conditions. So, ang i-share ko sa inyo are some tips on how we would be improving or measuring our health. So, here goes. Okay. So, first, or your BMI. The BMI, simply put, is just the ratio of your weight in kilos over the square of your height in meters. So, simple lang, kunin lang yung timbang ninyo. So, make sure na in kilos yan. Kung in pounds yan, i-convert lang ninyo sa kilos. And then, kunin yung tangkad o yung height. Make sure it is in meters. Okay? And then, you have to multiply your height in meters by itself para makuha yung square. And then, i-divide lang ninyo yung weight ninyo over yung meter square na height ninyo. A normal is from 18.5 to 25. So, kapag mababa ng 18.5 ang ating BMI, sinasabi natin underweight. At kung over ng 25, at less than 30, sinasabi natin na overweight ang isang tao. At kapag 30 and above ang BMI, sinasabi na obese. The next would be yung waist circumference. So, simpleng-simple lang pagkuha nito. Ang waist circumference ay yung sukat ng balakang. So, maglagay ng tape measure doon sa waist natin. So, using your umbilicus, yun yung pinaka-simple. Okay? Tapos, kunin yung tape measure and then measure your waist. Okay? So, sinasabi na yung waist circumference indicator siya ng visceral or belly fat. Okay? So, ito yung fat which is closer to your muscles at predictor ito ng mga obesity-related diseases. So, kung tumataas ang visceral fat natin, ang risk natin para sa mga iba't ibang mga sakit katulad ng mga heart diseases and diabetes tumataas din. And yung waist circumference is the most practical way of estimating yung ating visceral or belly fat. So, ang normal na waist circumference sa mga babae ay less than 35 inches at sa mga lalaki ay less than 40 inches. Okay. So, the third would be the level of hydration. Okay? So, paano natin masusukat ito? By the number of water we drink. So, it's a common notion that 8 glasses of water is enough, pero this is not always the case. So, marami tayong factors na kinoconsider, such as yung gender, yung activity level, kung gaano tayo ka-active every day, at yung climate, yung gaano kainit yung panahon. So, it's more practical to gauge using the color of the urine o kung ano ang kulay ng ating ihi. So, masasabi natin na well-hydrated tayo siguro kung light yellow o sinasabing straw yung kulay ng ihi to colorless. So, more or less, ibig sabihin, adequately hydrated ang ating katawan. Pag nasa darker color yung ating urine, we could say it's more concentrated at kulang yung tubig na naiinom natin. So, that's a more practical way of gauging kung gaano tayo ka-hydrated. Next would be the blood pressure. Alam naman natin, pag nag-increase yung blood pressure natin, it could be an overall or an estimation of our cardiovascular health. Pag mataas yung blood pressure more than 120/80, kailangan nating matyagan or regular monitoring. Or if it reaches 140/90 at patuloy itong nakukuha, yun, baka ito'y indikasyon na kailangan nating mag-inom ng gamot o tingnan yung lifestyle natin para mapababa ito to optimal levels. So, cholesterol levels is another indicator of health. So, sinasabi ng Centers for Disease Control that by age 20, cholesterol levels should be checked at least every 5 years. Much more frequent kung may mga other risk factors tayo. Kung naninigarilyo, kung may history tayo ng naatake sa pamilya. Yon. So, gender could also be a risk factor, and this would mean that we would have to check the blood cholesterols more often. Blood sugar is another indicator. So, kinukuha natin to by means of what we call the fasting blood sugar, and tells us the amount of sugar that remains in the blood after not eating for 8 hours or so. Ang normal, ang na fasting blood sugar is usually 100 milligrams per deciliter. So pag more than this one, so I would suggest that you would see your primary care or family physician, so that measures could be made on how we would improve your normal blood sugars. So kung normal yung blood sugars niyo, you should be able to get it tested regularly every 3 years. At kung may mga risk factors, it should be more frequent than that. Okay? The next would be servings of vegetable eaten. So the more servings of non-starchy vegetables and fruit eaten per day, the better for overall health. So ang recommendation ng mga health experts, eat more vegetables compared to processed food and high glycemic index food. So based on the healthy plate, so half of your meal plate should be filled with vegetables. Okay? Another gauge of health would be the time spent moving. So alam naman natin that exercise and physical activity is very important in maintaining strong bones, reduce the risk of diabetes, and improve your overall mood. So ang recommendation natin is to get enough exercise, stay active, okay, for at least 30 minutes a day, and this is needed to lower the risk of early death as well as the onset of cardiovascular illness and disease. Another way of gauging your health would be by counting the number of alcohol taken. So, sinasabi that excessive alcohol can lead to the development of many illnesses such as certain cancers, heart disease, or liver disease, or even mood problems. So, ang recommendation is that we should avoid excessive drinking. Ano nga ba yung excessive drinking? So, sinasabi ng Center for Disease Control that excessive drinking is equivalent to 3 or more drinks in a single occasion for women, 4 or more drinks in a single occasion for men, okay? 7 or more drinks per week for women, and 14 or more drinks per week per men. Ang recommendation is stay within moderate drinking. Pag sinabi moderate drinking, it's just 1 drink per day for women or up to 2 drinks per day for men. Now, kung kayo ay hindi naman umiinom ng alcohol, then there should be no reason to start at all. So another indicator for health is the number of hours spent sleeping. So alam naman natin that sleep deprivation can lead to hypertension, diabetes, and even heart disease. So mga adults more than 18 should get around 7 to 9 hours of sleep daily for optimal health. So there you have it. So ito yung mga gauges or indicators on how we could be improving our health. So kailangan nating tingnan ito parate, and I wish everyone a happy new year and a happy new healthy start. Till next time.